My name is Mike Sullivan. I'm a former IRS agent and teaching instructor with the IRS. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channels are short, sweet. I like to call it the home of the 5-minute video. My goal is to give you informative and educational information to help you understand the problem you have and give you key insights into IRS. I worked at IRS, I think, for 10 years. I've been working over a decade, 4 decades out. I've probably worked over 10,000 cases. I'm going to talk to you today about the offer and compromise. I used to teach the offer and compromise program at IRS, right? Lucky me. I used to accept them and deny offers. So I used to teach IRS agents how to work offers, what to look for, what not to look for. My M&M man gives me the strength that I need. So anyway, at the end of the very day, I want to talk to you about one of the key components of the offer and compromise itself, and that's the National Standards Program. The offer and IRS looks at the offer at only really looking at two components. They don't really care about the debt you have, credit card debt, they could care less. They're only looking at two asset provisions, and that is what your total equity is in liquidity, and that they're looking at that value. That's your base offer. And the next thing they look at, which people have no idea about, this is the National Standards Program. That's really the killer on offers and compromise. So if you have about $100,000 in liquidity, you got to give IRS that $100,000. You're not getting around that. A lot of people call me, hey, I want to give them 50. I have $100,000 equity. IRS ain't going to take that. I'm just letting you know. You have to give IRS your total liquidity. But the second part is the toughest part, this national standards that they have. So what they do is they try to look at the value of your money versus your expenses, and they deem that the National Standards Program. So if you make $5,000 a month, IRS is saying, well, what are your expenses? And we're going to drill down on these expenses and find out what we want you to live under, what you live by. So the Department of Labor has come out with statistics in every county in the United States. And they say, well, if you live here, we're only going to allow this much money. That's called the national standard. So you can go ahead and put something down, but if you look at your IRS form, they're only going to allow you so much. So IRS has national standards in 5 different categories. The IRS is going to limit how much you can take on your financial statement for food and clothing, housing and utilities, car payment, operation cost, and some medical, depending on your age. So if you put down, well, I have $5,000, and IRS says, well, we're only giving you $3,500, you got over $1,500 a month. IRS is going to take that $1,500 a month and multiply it by the life of your statutes. If you have a brand new statute, 10 years, that's 120 factor. So you better beware of the IRS national standards. If you're not familiar, go ahead and type in your toolbar IRS national standards for housing and utilities, and they'll populate the state and then populate your county. That's what IRS is going to only allow you to live on for that. So if you're going to file an offer and compromise, you've got to go to somebody who understands this program. If you call somebody and you're not going to get your offer through doing this on your own. They're tough. I've done this so long. IRS accepts 20% of offers. My guess, 19% of those are by professionals. My guess is less than 1% are actually accepted by people doing it on their own. They're expensive, but if someone can go ahead and save you the money, it's well worth having them look at. So if you're going to contact a company, you have to give them your 433 OICA. If not, don't give your money to anybody, because your financial statement must be evaluated. The Pre-Qualifier, there's a Pre-Qualifier tool. The Pre-Qualifier tool doesn't really help you understand the offer and some of the bonus features that you can get if you know kind of the tricks of the trade. So if you have a sizable offer, yeah, get a hold of somebody like me or your own accountant who knows what they're doing. But remember, the National Standards Program is the killer. You must understand that IRS is going to limit the amount of expenses that they're going to give you, that if that number is going to be multiplied by whatever you have left over at the end of the month by the life of the statute. Sometimes that number comes to 200,000 or 300,000 and it knocks you right out of the offer program. Anyway, I hope that's kind of okay. It's a little hard to understand the formulas. So anyway, thank you for listening. If you have any questions, you can leave them on my site. I do need subscriptions. There's a bell there, and evidently YouTube thinks I'm important if you leave me a subscription. So please do that. I'm available for comments. If you want me to do a YouTube on something, go ahead and leave it there, and I'll probably do a YouTube. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.